Greetings. We are contemplating a little bit deeper on the tattvas of Bhagavan Nityananda, the teachings of CHIDAKASHA. And you can see they are very practical teachings and they go again straight to the point. And he's talking again and again about self-realization. The insistence on having the power of discrimination, especially in a householder, he says, before getting into householder, one must know and be aware of this power of discrimination that they have. What is power of discrimination? The ability to know what is right and wrong. The ability to see what is the truth and what is false. This only is what I am terming as awareness, viveka, by the power of which you all the time, constantly are aware of what is right and what is wrong, what is false, what is true. So when you have this kind of the power of discrimination, means your viveka is always active. When can the viveka be active? When you have this awareness all the time. So when you have an activated awareness, you live with this power of discrimination. So even if you are a householder, says Bhagavan Nityananda, the power of discrimination must be the highest in an householder. In others it's okay. Because in a householder, grihastha, the chances of being stuck in Maya is more higher. So he says, apart from all the other ashramas, in the Varna ashrama, the Grihastha must have more power of discrimination, means more of activated awareness, by which he will not lose his goal of life. And he says, one must not waste their time and wait till old age. When everything is proper, one must attain or strive for self-realization. This I keep posting all these teachings from CHIDAKASHA Gita. Of course, we are going to contemplate on such kind of practical teachings only in the GANESHPURI retreat in September, and that's very exciting because you'll know who is Bhagavan Nityananda, the true teachings of Bhagavan Nityananda. All that we know is just the fancies of Bhagavan, but in CHIDAKASHA Gita, it is all about mumukshatva. You'll be amazed to see that such kind of teachings are there. So it's the right place to contemplate upon in Ganeshpuri if we come with that frame of mind. Anyways, I was just talking about the Grihastha. So the Grihastha is not special, nor it is not special. So in yesterday's satsanga, I was telling what most of the mystics say. These are just titles, the 4 Varnashramas which are there. I am a Brahmacharya, I am a Brahmachari, I am a Grahastha, I am a Vanaprastha, I am a Sannyasi. This Sannyasi and Grahastha, these are just titles. Ramana Maharshi Ji says it is just a frame of mind. These are just words. Because you be a Sannyasi, you will have challenges of the mind. You be a Grahastha, you will have challenges of the mind. In both cases, mind is the barrier. So whether you are Sannyasi or a Grahastha doesn't make any sense on terms of the mind level. Mind only has to be worked upon. So Bhagavan Ramana says, instead of getting yourself acquainted with this or telling this is right or that is right, just understand it's the mind and work on the mind. It doesn't matter whether you call yourself a sannyasi or a brahmachari or a grihastha. So grihastha has their kind of problems. The mind is still troubling them. When you get into sannyasa have their own kind of problems. A brahmachari has their kind of problems. Vanaprastha has their kind of problems. All these problems is in the mind. So ultimately it comes to the mind. That is why the tattva of Bhagavan Nityananda is mind. Nirmalman, Nischalman, Vishalman. So we are getting straight to the point. We are not bragging around all these things which are not really relevant. So it doesn't really matter who you are, what you are, how you do. But I just told, because somebody told me about householder, I said, this is what Bhagavan Nityananda says. Householder must have more power of discrimination. Otherwise they can get lost. Anyways, coming to this Sunday webinar which we are doing, that is day after, on the 1st of September. This is again, oh, that's tomorrow. This is webinar in which we are just raising our consciousness and looking at all our karmic ties. What prevents us from raising, okay? Like you be in a grahastha or vanaprastha or sannyasi, whatever, there are entanglements. These entanglements are karmic ties, which you have with people, places and things. Why do we come here every janma? Not to boast about our families and our status and how our dharmas, our righteousness. I need to do this dharma, I need to do that dharma. More interestingly, if you go straight to the point, you'll understand why are you coming here and creating all these dharmas. First of all, dharma baad mein aaya. Before that came karma. Because of karma there is dharma. So if you just catch and every lifetime keep saying I have to do my dharma, this is my dharma, and I'll keep doing my dharma, you will be in karma only. You will never rise above it, because this is all bahana. The mind gives all these kind of excuses, justification as to why I should not get on the path and run towards or chase my goal. Why should I remain stuck here? Because I have enough justification. Oh, I have this duties, that responsibility, blah, blah, blah. It goes on. I ask a question. Who gave you that responsibility? Did God come and give it to you? Did somebody gift it to you? No. You brought it. Why did you bring it? Because you have desires. You are vasanas. वासना तृप्त करने जाके हम इन सब चीजों में भोग में पड़ते हैं. फिर कुटुंब, फिर ये परिवार, फिर ये अपना साम्राज्य. This empire, everything is nothing but my own vasana, my desires. So, every lifetime, if you become very conscious, that is what we do on shifting into awareness, we are very conscious on all these things as to what are our entanglements. I'm not interested much in chasing realization, because there is nothing called a chase there. You are already there in that space which you have freedom, but you don't realize it. What you have to realize it, what prevents me from seeing or witnessing or experiencing that freedom? These entanglements, these so-called justifications. So till I am conditioned to all the time telling about my responsibilities, my this, my that, never-ending story. It is never going to get over. That's what Nityananda says. By the time you keep on giving excuses and come to the old age, you are not fit for it. You are not able to do most of the things which you could have done otherwise. And by the time is lost, then you exit the body and all remains pending. All these entanglements are there, unresolved issues. And again you come back, and this is what we keep on doing every lifetime. So somewhere you have to break the ice. You have to get above this nonsense. Nonsense called justifications. So you have to be ruthless there. So we don't go much with these kind of things. So if people keep talking, all bragging about their things and all that, I hit on the hammer there. Do you want it or not? Are you now ready to go ahead or not? If you are, then let's talk. Otherwise, you remain. You remain entangled. This is not the place where we talk about your maintenance. Oh, I am stuck in this world. How can I improve my quality of life? How can I produce more children? How can I work on this relationship and get into another relationship? How can I create more wealth? How can I? This is all never ending. You might justify it is needed for life, blah, blah, blah. It is needed. But if you give that a priority, that only becomes your entanglements. And spiritual practices or spirituality just becomes a time pass, entertainment, just to keep you maintaining your world. That is why Nityananda clearly says, worship Shiva, not Hari. Because Hari is maintenance, Hari is Maya, Hari is Bhoga. Every time you go to God for Bhoga, expansion of Bhoga, that is Hari Tattva, he says no. Go for Shiva Tattva. He will take away what is there from you. Are we ready to be taken? No. If you are not ready, then forget self-realization. These are all time pass talks. It is just entertainment. You keep on talking. If you are really ready, then you must see what is preventing you from rising up and then disentangle from it. Disentangle doesn't mean break off everything and run away. It doesn't mean that. Throw away everything and run away. Vairagya or sannyas and all that. No. Being there, you are completely having this power of discrimination and noticing and witnessing and being completely conscious of this is my tie, this is my Gatbandhan, yahan atka hu, this karmic tie with this person entangling, these responsibilities that are coming entangling. So when you start working on these three mala that I am talking about, which you are going to cover in this webinar, we are working from the ego point of view. Adamala, we are going to shake from there. Because if you keep on shaking from the Maya, man level, mind level and body level, you will keep only whitewashing the superficial layers. But you have to see, why am I? It's because of the Anamala, that Aham Vritti which is there. So from there, if you see these things very clearly and you become completely conscious, these are my entanglements. You acknowledge these are your entanglement. Kaam to baad mein hoga. Work happens later. First acknowledgement. We don't acknowledge only. We keep giving justification. No, this is my responsibility. That is my dharma. This is my dear honey. And in this case, there is no way out. The only way out is you see. Why are we telling Maya, Maya, Maya? Simply we keep talking about Maya. But are you realizing Maya? Are you seeing how we are stuck in Maya? Then only something can happen. So, tomorrow's webinar, what we are focusing on is getting disentangled. Healing all the unresolved issues that you can become conscious about. Those who are attending tomorrow, please make notes about which all people, places and things do you think you are stuck up with. Be very conscious. Tonight, 9 o'clock, we'll have the preparatory. In the preparatory, we will discuss about these things. It has to come to your superficial conscious level. You have to become completely aware that these are my entanglements. I am stuck in life because of these things. Acknowledge first tonight. First acknowledge, then only the next work can come. If you don't acknowledge, then you'll deny in the webinar to even look at it or heal those things. So consciously be aware whether you like it or not. Sometimes we might do partiality. No, I don't want to heal this thing, because this is very dear to me. I am stuck in a very trauma, but I'm entangled completely. I cannot. Or this is my loved one. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Your loved ones, everyone, your responsibility is nothing is going to change. Everything will be there. You are responsible. You will take care of everything, but without moha, without entanglement. That is your karmic tie. That entanglement brings you back, not these responsibilities. Entanglement. The expectations out of certain people, the hurt that comes. So many times we have been hurt by so many relationships and people and places and things in so many manners that remains in our chitta. Am I evolving or am I keeping, decades of garbage in my system? Then I am not an evolving seeker. I'm just doing some time pass. No, if I'm evolving, if I want to evolve, I have to throw everything. My past should be burned. Can we come to that kind of a state where I sit now and there is no past for me? Sannyasa means that. Why they shave the head, why they take out identities and all. To break all identities, they don't have any past. A sannyasi. So in a grahastha also there is sannyasi. Please understand. Because in grahastha ashram, if you keep boasting, then after brahmacharya, if you are in grahas, then after that vanaprastha is there and sannyas also is there. This 4 comprises of the varna ashram. You cannot pick one and stay stuck in it forever. Okay. So in the grahastha also, there is a time when you have to withdraw. And you cannot withdraw if you are entangled. So for that, you have to prepare the ground level. So let's do this tomorrow, if you are interested. Being fully conscious and consciously doing this repetitively, because I've told, I have done these practices, which came very intuitively to me and it's very powerful. It leads you to unconditional forgiveness, unconditional acceptance and unconditional love. It leads you to that. So when you have self-love, you are blossomed. Right now we cannot love ourselves because we don't have, we are not even aware of our own presence, because the world around and your entanglement does not give you room or the opportunity to become aware of your presence itself, how you are a presence. So first you have to become aware of that, your existence more than this body. That gives you, as you expand, that gives you liberation from the bondages. But you have not even identified yourself as a little flame. How are you going to even get out of this? It's a big rut, dear ones. So tomorrow we are working on deep forgiveness, removing guilt and regrets, releasing all the ties of the past and even of the present. We have present also. Present people, places and things also are there, where we have to work on them also. Because these are our karmic ties. If you don't liberate from these karmic ties, you are going to come back here. No excuses. So consciously, awareness, aware seekers means you are very conscious and walking detached. You are in the world, but not in the world. So to bring to that state, there is some work to be done. And after that, self-realization. So Before going for all those higher practices and who am I and all those things, if you think your world is pulling you down, your mind is pulling you down, I can see so many. You're established in samadhi, good, but not for long. Again, your problems and issues and unresolved issues will pull you down. Your mind will trouble you. So clean the mind first. We got to clean that. How? That we'll discuss in tonight's preparatory. All are welcome. It's a free session tonight, 9 p.m. IST. And tomorrow from 12 to 5, we will be doing 5 hours rigorously the practices. There will be 2-3 kind of different practices which will help you erase and rise above and look, at least acknowledge and see those things. And from there, you do on those practices that you will get a grip on it. You will become neutral. Most of those things which trouble you in the mind, your memories, this trauma, that trauma, everything, if you do it regularly, it will just vanish. It has happened to me. From there, I speak from conviction. So I thought, let me share this first, because I can see many are stuck in that. Until this, keep self-realization away for some time. See you then. Stay blessed. Much divine love and light to you.